Hello and welcome to the Good Imaginations podcast. Tonight, we will journey to the beach house at sunset, where you can unwind, reorient yourself, and if you would like, fall fast asleep. Before we begin our adventure, make sure you're settled. If you are seated, get comfortable. Listen to your spine and relax your shoulders. If you are lying down, get your covers and pillow where you want them. Create your nest. Very good. Now, take 3 deep breaths with me in preparation for the journey ahead. Let go of your day and travel to a vacation for your mind. Imagine with me. See, smell, and be present. Breathe with me now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Slow and even. 1. 2. 3. Very good. Now, shut your eyes and let's drift off to the site of tonight's adventure. You put on a sweater and you decide to go outside to watch the sunset. You are staying at a beach house, and you have not lit any of the lights yet. Through the huge windows, you can see the orange blaze of the sky. It reflects in the polished wooden floors, but the rooms are dark and full of twilight, apart from the flickering of the fire in the fireplace. You enjoy the quiet, the lack of lights. Soon, you will fill this living room with electric light and perhaps the flicker of the TV. But for now, there is nothing unnatural about the colors. You are letting the night seep naturally into this place, and you like the way the room changes, grows softer in its blue and grey tones. You know it will be a little cool outside, but that is why you put on the sweater. One of the wonderful things about the house you're staying in is its location. It's one of many exceptional houses built right on the beach, but yours is the one right at the point. Whenever you step outside, especially at night, you see the long trail of golden lights stretching backwards into the town like friendly fireflies. Your house, however, stands alone at the end of the narrow peninsula like the prow of a ship pushing off into the sea. You enjoy both the nearness to others and the solitude of being the one on the end. Your house and all the others are built right on the edge of the sand, meaning you can throw open the huge glass door, step down, and be on the beach. There's a wonderful nearness about the cool grey sand that's calling to you, and you love having the comforts of your living room right beside the wild tranquility of the beach. You pad barefoot across the beach house to the glass door. It's a beautiful house, clean, well decorated, with sculptures of stone and furniture in tones of blue and grey. Everything is composed of the elements, and for whatever reason, you find that soothing. There's really no plastic. There's iron and stone and plants. It's very minimal. Not your style of decorating at home, per se, but it's very soothing to visit the simplicity like this. You feel like you're surrounded by nature at all times, but in a clean, relaxing way. You leave the beautiful house and its slumbering darkness by putting your hand on the handle of the glass door. You haven't even stepped outside yet, but suddenly, beach. The glass door is so clear it may as well not be there, and the orange blaze of the sky fills your vision. You fling open the door. You know that you can return to the house at any moment. You know that you will curl up tonight with a mug of cocoa, to sit in front of the fire and to think and think with no interruptions. That refuge awaits behind you, but for now, you are stepping out into the adventure. You fling open the door, and just like that, jump down into the sand. The sand is grey in the fading light. You love the furrows and the shadows. It makes the beach look dappled, like a palomino horse. You love the tones of blue and the dark patches of slate grey. As your toes sink into the sand, you revel in its coolness. Deeper down, the sand still bakes with heat, but there's a pleasant, cold stone coolness to the grains of sand here at the top. You leap across the cool grey sand, rushing like an excited child to the edge of the sea. When you reach it, the coarser wet sand is like invigorating sandpaper scratching at your feet. Rich and wet with salt water, it gives way to the weight of your feet, covering your toes in a cold, gentle puddle of ocean. Your heart thumps with excitement as you stand where the waves fall. The ocean seems excited too, because it is booming around you. The waves crash, loud, like energetic thunder, and the waves spray their diamond confetti into the air. This is what you came here for, you realize. This celebration of the close of day. Nature is so loud about it. Ordinarily, you'd be on your phone or cooking dinner with the TV on, so you'd have missed this. You'd have missed the loudness. And comfort isn't bad. You're excited to return to your lovely, plush beach house for the night. But you haven't been traveling to nature lately. You feel so invigorated now that you wonder if you should take a moment to be outside and be quiet every day. You feel like you've been missing out on a party. Nature always responds to nightfall, reverently. The buds of flowers close up in a salute, animals whisk down into their burrows, and the birds change their calls. The birds shout and sing, pausing to do nothing but revere the sky. The coming of the stars and the moon and the beautiful farewell of the sun are all part of a community party, the cocktail hour of nature. You feel suddenly that you have been invited, and that you're not a stranger. You're here at this festival, this quiet richness, as day transitions into night. The waves are wild about it. They boom and crash and spray, and the water bubbles with gold and pink and orange reflections. You see the curve of the moon far off in the sky, watching. The waves seem to be shouting with excitement. Here we are. We are alive. We are here. We are thrilled about the simplest of things, the day turning into night, the coming of rest, the coming of stars, the majestic magic that comes reliably and unchangeable every night. You smile as the sun dips out of sight, as if softening to a lullaby. The waves seem slower and smaller, and their spray is gentler. You hug yourself and shiver, because even the sweater isn't quite warm enough against the beautiful chill of nighttime ocean and nighttime air. You are so invigorated, so in touch with this endless, eternal world. You look up and see the first of many stars. You feel hopeful, different. Now, about that cup of cocoa.